Hey everyone, my name is Lysandra.
And my name's Sean.
And we're inviting you to the Ombre Powder Bootcamp.
So when Lysandra and I put together the trainings for the Ombre Powder Brows Bootcamp, we really wanted to think of what the student actually needed. Taking out all of the lectures, all of the fluff, all of the stuff that when you were taking trainings and spending thousands of dollars, there was a lot of stuff in those classes that she wasn't actually using in the real world. One of the things that we decided that we were going to do is, especially in these boot camps, is we're going to rip all of that stuff out and only give you guys the exact knowledge and the techniques that is actually going to make you money. So Lysandra is going to tell you about her experience with all of the trainings that she went through and how she had to put the pieces together on her own to really get to where she is today.
Yes, in my first year of learning permanent makeup procedures, whether it be microblading and ombre powder, I actually spent over $30,000 because I just kept on going from class to class to class, course to course to course, and I was just not finding what I really needed to know. These people were doing amazing work, but they were not sharing exactly how to achieve that amazing work. They would just give you a course and then sell you on something else and then sell you on something else. That's great. I understand that that's business, but I need to know how to make money now to make up for the money I just spent on this course. So that's why when we created this course, we wanted to leave out all that fluff and we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty. We hold nothing back from you. We tell you everything because we are an open book, because we don't consider anybody that's gonna be taking a training with us competition, because at the end of the day, there is an eyebrow for every single artist out there. Everyone develops their own style as you go, but you need to know at least the basics and the fundamentals in order to understand how to do a correct ombre powder, and then you can give it your own flair and make it your own.
You're probably watching this video thinking, okay, well, it might be easy for them. We literally had to work 12 to 16-hour days to be able to get to where we were. So we're not here to put out an overnight success story. Our overnight success story literally took 5 years. And that was through a lot of trial and error. So one of the things that we actually bring to the boot camp, not only on you learning the technique, but you're also going to learn the marketing that we do, the exact strategies that we do. And it's not hard. You don't have to be a tech-savvy computer genius, but we've spent thousands of dollars even on the online side just trying to figure out how to get clients, you know, how to put yourself out there. Because when we opened our salon, our big salon in Miami, we had no clients, we had no tenants, $6,000 a month, and we were like, what the heck do we do? We literally just focused on trial and error, and what we've been able to do is literally narrow it down to the things that work for us. So Lysandra, who is this class for? Is it more for beginners, advanced? Like, who is this for somebody brand new watching this video, or even that's been in permanent makeup?
This class is for anyone who wants to learn the method of ombre powdered, how I do it. Now, you can be a beginner and do this. You do not need microblading training. I get that question a lot. Do I need microblading training before I can take this class? Absolutely not. There are two totally different methods, and you don't need one to be able to do the other. Also, those who already have experience in ombre or shading, but maybe in a different technique, you can still take this class. It doesn't matter if you're intermediate or advanced in what you do currently. Definitely, this is for everyone. This is everyone inclusive. Of course, I'm gonna go over the basics because that is important, because there are sanitary and contraindication and health issues that we need to go over, which is very important in every class. But we're gonna get to how I get to my ombre powdered effect.
Yeah, and I would say it's interesting because one of the things that we've been able to do is we actually limit these classes to six students per class. So you can be brand new, you've never done anything in permanent makeup, you have no licensing, or you can be an advanced just looking to brush up on your skills and learn her method. But the good thing is that the class being limited to 6, you're actually able to spend personal time with each individual person based on what they need, instead of a class of 20 where you have to stick to one curriculum.
Correct. When I was taking courses, all the classes had a minimum of 20 students, and most of them were one-day classes. In one day, being a beginner or even an intermediate, you cannot hone in on a certain technique just in one day with 20-something students, where the teacher cannot focus on you and your weaknesses and strengths. We want to make it more honed in to the service so that everyone can understand and leave there knowing everything and how to do it perfectly without questioning themselves when they're going to work on the client.
I know the theory is important. I know a lot of the basic knowledge is important, but how important is hands-on practice and you actually being there to correct them in live time instead of just reading stuff out of a manual and listening to lectures?
Hands-on practice, whether it be on latex skin or an actual model, that's very important because with ombre powder, it's actually pretty easy, but you have to understand depth, you have to understand the motion of your fingers, you have to understand how to stretch the skin, and we try to split it up so that we can give you all a chance to ask us questions, any question, show you everything how it's supposed to be done. I always feel like the greatest thing that's missing from all the trainings that I've ever been to is marketing, to be 100% honest, because I'm a very quick learner. I'm not one of those people that I took all those classes because I wasn't getting it. No, I took all those classes because I felt like there was still something missing because I wasn't making as much money as these people that were teaching me that I could make so much money learning this technique. And I'm like, but how? How can I get these clients? And I didn't have any marketing experience. I didn't understand Instagram. I didn't understand ads. I didn't understand Facebook. I didn't understand the power of influencers. Back then, I was like, how are you doing this? And they would not say it. It was like their secret sauce and they were not releasing that. And you have to know everything, and that's why we wanted to include all that and leave out all the fluff. That's not gonna get you anywhere. What's gonna get you anywhere is hard facts and knowing what the nitty-gritty is.
And just on the marketing side, that we actually spent, right before the shutdown with the virus, we actually, that previous month, we had spent $10,000 on marketing ad spend. And that didn't happen overnight. That was obviously a building. But in the beginning, we actually spent zero on marketing, and we'll actually show you the strategies that you can use without having to spend any money whatsoever on marketing. One of the things that we do for all of our students is we actually give a play-by-play playbook on actually how to execute these things. And a lot of this stuff might sound cliche, but crazy enough, the strategies that we used that were our free strategies, it's still paying off today because like we'll get response from some of these strategies that we deployed literally 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So Lysandra teaches you the browse, I show you all the marketing, but we just try to give you the most clear path to where you're not waking up day to day thinking, okay, what the heck do I do?
I had a student named Leticia from Canada, Toronto, and she's amazing. And when she came to my first boot camp at my salon, she had no experience and she was scared because she had spent her last dime coming to this boot camp, flew all the way from Toronto to Miami to take this training. And she took it, and at first I was like, oh my gosh, she may need more training because her work on the practice skin was not the greatest. But you know what? She is killing it. Like, she is doing so good and her work is coming out amazing to the point where I was like, wow, like she is a testimonial to the fact that I know my boot camps work and I know that you do not need to have experience to take it.
If you have any questions or concerns, obviously a video like this is not going to answer everything, but hopefully this did give you a little viewpoint of who we are and what we're about. And listen, we're not here to betray your trust. We're the #1 Google rated brow salon in all of South Florida. And you can check us out on Google, look at our reviews. And I promise you that when you leave any of our boot camps or any of our trainings, you're gonna know that this is the best decision that you've ever made for you and your career. You know, when we met, we were just a broke couple, just trying to figure it all out. And you know, we wanna be there for you to actually show you the steps and how we got there. So you will not get there overnight. This is not a quick get rich quick, and we're the first ones to be upfront with you about that, but we can map out the exact path that we went through to help you get there as well.
Thank you for watching it, and I look forward to seeing you at a boot camp soon.